Greetings, and thank you for joining the weekly meditation of Calgary Mindfulness, where every Sunday morning we meditate for 15 minutes on a different topic, often suggested by our practicing community. If you would like to join these meditations live, or if you would like to attend in-person meditations around the Calgary area during the summer months, please email calgarymindfulness@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy this practice and wishing you a wonderful week. Good morning, everyone, and happy summer solstice. Another solstice meditation. We are now 7 seasons into our solstice meditations, and it's just such a wonderful time of year, at least for us up in the northern hemisphere, because the earth is absolutely vibrant and nubile and just pulsing with life and energy and growth. And it's wonderful to watch. Where I'm from, it's dark. I would say it's dark by about quarter to midnight and light again by 4:15 in the morning. And I'm outside here. You're noticing a lot of bird noise, and that is a mama sparrow and her babies in this box. There's a box about 10 feet from me. And we're just going to begin our practice by getting into the mindful body, our posture of strength and ease. Like many of my meditation teachers and many people with whom I'm interacting, the stress of current events has got us pretty dysregulated. Me personally, I'm extra busy and finding it hard to have any work-life balance. I can see it in my father, who is saturated with negative news, and he has become quite bitter and crabby. In some of my friends from America, we are less close than we used to be because our political opinions differ. So there's a lot of partisan division and partisan thinking being pushed in media to create fences everywhere. You're well educated, so you're indoctrinated. You're male or female, so you're this or that. You are of this gender or this color, so here's all these fences that basically sow discord and sow the seeds of false thinking of separation between people. And of course, because there are no private thoughts, this affects all of us, this discord we see everywhere. Balthazar, leave these birds alone. I'm on cat patrol here too. One treatment for this dysregulation is mindfulness meditation, which embodies us and centers us in heartful, present thinking. Do I want to feel this way? Do I want to think these thoughts? What am I thinking? Anyway, mindfulness is a tool we can use to develop self-awareness so that we can live embodied, heartful lives. Am I thinking, saying, and doing the things that are most important to me, that bring about my highest and best and the highest and best for others in my circle, community, and further? We are living at a time where we are deeply caught up in worry about the future. And I see it, some of my young students too, even as young as grades 4 to 6. What are you doing this summer? Well, we don't know because of how things are going. We don't know if we can travel here. We don't know about that. We don't know if we have money. We don't know if my dad will lose his job. We don't know what's going on. So it's this sense of dis-ease is percolating down into even young children. And of course, the highest and best we can offer everyone in our circle, especially young people who parasympathetically regulate to our brain waves in the invisible, is our heartful, loving presence, a presence that looks at what's happening around and isn't consumed by fear and worry. How do we get there? We have to choose different, and we have to practice the heck out of it. It's a constant realignment of our thinking, a constant corrective behavioral personal therapy. As we contemplate the vibrancy of summer and the growth and cycle of the earth and its, not its power over us, but we are part of this big system. We are not the masters of this domain. We are just a part, one more part of this wonderful system. And we have a responsibility to it, to know it, to care for it, to understand it, right? Just as we have the same responsibility for ourselves and others in our community. So that is one pull of our meditation today. And the second would be making a real commitment to a heartful embodied presence in our lives. Am I thinking, saying, and doing the things that can bring about highest and best for me and others? For some of us, for example, me, that's going to require a huge shift in chronic, maybe toxic or negative thinking. And continuing to breathe as we settle into our meditation. Begin by listening and looking. These are important tools for pulling us out of worrying about the future, obsessing about the past. What is happening to me right now? Outside of me, sights and sounds, smells. Proceeding with a body scan, my friends. Let's begin with the feet, sending our awareness up through the soles of the feet, noticing where they make contact with the floor or mat or mattress. Stopping to circle around the ankles and sending our loving, compassionate, and curious thoughts about our body up towards the knees, circling around the calves, spending a little time at the knee joints in case they are a bit sore, visualizing a beautiful white sparkly light traveling around the knees, around the thighs, up toward the sit bones and belly, all the while bringing our gentle smile and loving breath to the torso and belly. Pausing here, hands on the belly to inhale and exhale, noticing the rise and fall of our stomachs. And giving thanks for all of the little bits in there that make it all happen. Holy cow, it's packed in tight, and what a marvel it is. And just observing our bodies with gratitude and wonder, accepting any sense of pain or discomfort we have right now. We are exactly where we are, and here it is. Breathing into it, noticing the sit bones making contact with the chair, mat, floor, or mattress. Sending our awareness further up the torso towards the lungs and heart. Noticing the rise and fall of the breath as we continue to breathe. all the while observing the body with a sense of gratitude, wonder, comfort, compassion, acceptance. Where am I today? And it's okay. I am exactly where I'm at. For many of us who struggle with chronic pain, sometimes the body feels like an alien or an enemy. It's not doing what I want anymore. I'm afraid to get up because I may not be able to unassisted. I'm uncomfortable all the time. I am dizzy. I am tired. However you feel, maybe the body feels like it is not doing enough. And so we really want to be compassionate towards this beautiful, perfect, imperfect vehicle that carries us on this journey around the sun. Noticing the rise and fall of the shoulders as we continue to breathe in awareness, in embodied, loving, heartful presence, directing compassion and acceptance toward our own bodies. Noticing the neck, the shoulders, relaxing the face, all the while visualizing this vortex of beautiful white sparkling light circling around us, holding us, cradling us. This is a visual representation of our loving kindness, of the loving kindness that God extends towards us. Let's accept it. Let's hold it. Let's treasure it. Miss Balthazar. And visualizing this beautiful white light circling around and above our heads, enveloping our entire body. And as we continue to breathe, noticing a sense of ease and calm and acceptance, letting everything, every worried thought we've been holding on to, none of those worried thoughts have hijacked this beautiful moment, nor this one, nor this one. And how wonderful that is. And allow that track record to inspire our confidence to let go of our worry and insecurity about the future, any lack of control we may be experiencing. And just sitting in that ease of allowing the body to relax and be released from worry about the future, released from fearful thinking. None of those fears materialized during this meditation, nor will they during the course of the days. We may have difficult moments, but for the most part, our worst fears spend a lot of time circling around our head, taking up valuable space that we can be directing to loving kindness towards self and other, that we could be directing towards being compassionate for these beautiful, imperfect vehicles. Why? So that we can be compassionate for others also. It is in giving that we receive. And reminding ourselves of this wonderful miracle of the flow of loving kindness and abundant thinking, loving thoughts. The more we give, the more we have. The more we give to others, the more we receive and the more we have to give. It is just the best math. You grab this thing. Share my little baby with you here since he hasn't been very well. Just sitting in ease. You off? You put your back. Oh, there. I hope you enjoyed this solstice practice today. Please carry this with you over the week, allowing each breath to be an opportunity to release fears and worry that may be hijacking most of our thinking. The bottom line is we cannot have a heartful, joyful life if most of our thinking is spent in worry and fear about the future. And we cannot teach our children and be a role model and an example to others. Just thinking of something that Thich Nhat Hanh, a very famous meditation teacher and monk, once mentioned. He, I believe, was a refugee from Vietnam, and he escaped on these, tiny boats across big, dangerous ocean. And something he mentioned is that it just took one calm person on board to regulate everyone else. It just took one person to show the way. Otherwise, everyone was in a panic for good reason. Life and death were definitely on the line. But one calm person inspired and regulated everyone else to be hopeful, to be aligned, to be thoughtful of others, and to hold themselves in heartful, loving presence to offer our highest and best to ourselves and others as our top goal in a difficult time. The top goal on this refugee boat was offering highest and best to one another so that they could survive the journey. And I invite us and me also to commit to this, to being the one on the boat that is inspiring and leading the way. Thank you for joining me today. Wishing you a wonderful week. Bye-bye.